Welcome everyone back to another episode of Q&A with Sharon's son George. I was my mother's caregiver after she was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Sadly, she passed on 1/1/2020, so we started TogetherForSharon.com in her memory and to advocate today for a cure for all those still battling Parkinson's and their families, because I believe no one is ever alone or should be in this fight for a cure. Today's guest is somebody incredible, inspiring, and someone I'm excited, I hope to meet very soon. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but I wanted to welcome you, Diane, to the show, and congratulations on a lot of your accomplishments, but also the ones just recently announced and in the future too.
Thank you. I'm
Well,
happy to be here.
no, I'm really excited. I mean, I've been wanting to talk for some time. I do want to thank you for the past for interviewing with me, but this one we started to move to this because people do like to see who we're talking to, and
Right.
really we live in this experience together because I
Mm.
feel when my mother was struggling with Parkinson's and I was her caregiver, I didn't have anyone to even dream. I didn't know that you were there and all these beautiful,
Yeah.
incredible people I now consider my family. So grateful for you for the time today. And maybe you can start us off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm in Canada. I'm in Ottawa. I was born in a town near Toronto. So that was 56 years ago. I was born
Mhm.
and I was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2013. So I was 45. So I've had this for 11 years now. I'm still doing pretty well because I exercise a lot and I occupy my time with writing books, painting, and going to boxing and all that stuff. I do a lot of stuff.
I really like the gym behind you. I'm ready to
Yeah.
work after this show.
There you go.
We'll
Yeah,
do a
I have a
virtual
business
workout.
as well. I have a business as well, helping people with
Health.
chronic conditions. So I
Some of
just,
the
oh, go ahead.
some of the work you do is amazing because, no matter what, you are diagnosed and fighting this, but still helping others. We started the show about a few months ago. I thought I'd do one show a month. It's become 80 because all of you just truly mean so much to me and can't keep that pace up, but it's an honor. I
Yeah.
just started this little thing where I say a little quote, and I thought this was really important today for our show. You will
Mhm.
never win if you never begin. And it's small
Yep.
little sentence, but it really kind of epitomizes a lot of the work that
Yeah.
you do and the things that you do. Uh,
Yeah.
so maybe we can also, before I start, I want to share a few things, talk a little bit about, what painting does for you and what some
Mhm.
of these, we're very active in the community, which is important.
Yeah.
Maybe you could share a little bit, what keeps you motivated to be able to keep fighting.
Well, I think after my diagnosis, I became a lot more active in a lot of things. I hadn't painted in years and I hadn't written in years. And I thought, what the heck? I might as well do it now, right?
Mhm.
So, and then when I started doing it, it just kind of grew from there. And I started exercising pretty much the week after I was diagnosed. I found a personal trainer who was willing to come to my house. And so I still meet with her and her husband um, twice a week. In fact, I'm meeting with them at 6 o'clock tonight. So
I won't keep you from your workout.
no, that's okay. They're very flexible. And they know me really well. So they can tell when I'm not doing as well and when I'm doing better. And so they're very, very good that way. But yeah, I think I don't think it's a distraction. I think I have all this stuff in me and I'm like, I might as well do it now because you never know.
Yeah, so it's like a good outlook, but a tough one too. Like you said,
Yeah,
I mean, I do believe obviously every journey is different. So what happened in my mother's case, we still don't understand to this
yeah,
day, why it accelerated because she had it for 15 years, but for some reason, the last 4 years just out of nowhere, boom.
yeah.
And she was only 69, so she was
Wow.
pretty young.
Yeah, she was. That's
because of
good.
yeah, because of amazing people like you, who I do consider family, she still in a way lives on, her memory.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, I'm so grateful for all that you do. I wanted to now just share with everyone some beautiful things that you've done and
Okay.
are doing. This, you might recognize this beautiful family.
Yeah, that's me. That's
Everybody
me.
has a moment. If you go to togetherforsharon.com,
Yeah.
click interviews and then click in Diane's name, you'll be able to see a lot more.
Yeah.
about her background and also a lot of your advocacy, and it links on how to reach out to Diane too. So thank
Mhm.
you. Thank you again for, working with me. And it's amazing. I would point out it's over, a year. It's scary in a way how quickly the time passes.
I know, eh?
But now,
Yeah.
if we had a drum machine, this would be the drum roll, huh?
Yeah,
Or the next big
there we
meeting.
go.
It
Yeah,
just happened week ago. If you could talk a little bit about the World Parkinson's Coalition Congress and, what it means to you and what the recent exciting news has been.
yeah. I was recently chosen as one of the Parkinson's Congress or World Parkinson's Congress ambassadors. So that was pretty cool. I'm the only one in Canada. So that'll be fun. And
What was the process like?
well, we had to send in like a little biography of ourselves and why we would be interested in doing this. And then they I guess they just went behind the closed doors and chose the people. We had a little interview too, I think, if I remember correctly. And then we were oh yeah, and they did a video too. So there was like the written thing, the video and a little interview, and then they chose. So that was exciting, getting picked. I've never been picked for anything like this before, so it's kind of nerve-wracking, but it's also kind of fun.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be beautiful. And the best
Mm,
part is I hope, God willing, we're all healthy and I can meet you there and thank you.
yeah,
What
yeah,
is it, what does being an ambassador really mean? What kind of, do you have a task that day?
yeah. Like we if there's local Parkinson's things going on, we can go and talk about the Congress and why you should go and all that stuff. And I'm also going to meet with my local politician, my federal politician, and talk to her and see if I can get maybe a little talk with people there in the government. Um, and where else am I gonna? Oh, the boxing group. I joined. I'm going to talk to them about the Congress. So since it's in the States this year or 2 years from now, it'll be easier for us to get there and cheaper. Because the one I was at last year in Barcelona was quite expensive. So
That's tough. I mean, yeah, it's a good opportunity for me in the US. So we're in Florida, but
mhm,
looking through the beautiful, inspiring ambassadors that you join, some of them have been on our show, like Sharon and Julie
yeah,
Williams, but some of these individuals are really, again, family to me and
yeah,
incredible. And here you are. They worked fast. They got your profile. And
yeah, they did.
another Dromo, we have a little special guest who visits some of our shows.
Yeah,
Parky, and I hope to meet if it's a he or she, I don't know, but
I don't know.
I hope to meet it at the event. I always see him walking around, and
I know, eh?
trying to get him on the show. So if you know any of the right people, maybe he could come on with
Maybe,
somebody.
eh?
So
I'll see what
again,
I can do.
yeah, everyone, if you do have time, feel free to go to worldpdcoalition.org, and then you can click and see a lot more
Yeah,
about May 24th. Before you know it, it'll be here, and we'll all be.
yeah,
I'm excited because I think I'll be
yeah,
in the hallway meeting everyone more than.
yeah. Have you been to one before?
No, unfortunately, it's due to work and health. It's very, very difficult to
Yeah,
even go down the block for me. But this is,
yeah,
once in a lifetime
yeah.
opportunity. And I,
They're amazing. When I went to Barcelona, it's just everybody there is in the same boat as you kind of thing, unless you're a researcher or a doctor, but then they want to hear from you, and it's a really good place for them to see us because we're not in a lab or a doctor's office. We're people, and they get to see us the way we live every day. And I think that's really good for researchers because I think sometimes they forget, right?
I
And
wish I would offer it. I mentioned it to them because Eli has been on the show too. And we sent our
yeah,
love to her and the whole staff there and Julie. But I wish they had offered it to virtual because I think they could, fundraise well with that because it's hard for
yeah,
everyone to get there. Today, I think the PMD Alliance has a big event going on now, but
yeah,
it's tough to get there. And a lot of these organizations, if you're listening, I wish you would offer virtual because I would pay a fee and then be able to be there and see.
yeah,
So maybe in the future, because that's technology. But,
yeah,
World Parkinson Congress, this last thing is it's important because when my mother passed, I was aware there were about over 1 million people, I believe more in the US, and I didn't even think about the rest of the world because I didn't know much.
Yeah.
And then when 2 years after, I learned about the World Parkinson Congress, and
Mhm.
I found out there were 10 million people around the world. It kind of
Yeah.
hit my heart. And I realized it wasn't just about me and my mother anymore. It had to be about everyone as a family in
Yeah.
fight. So they brought some great awareness, but now I feel like we have to do our part and bring the same awareness
Mhm.
so other people out there are aware of it. A lot of people still don't know it exists, which is kind of
I know.
next area too, everyone, please, if you're on Facebook, go to Bramble, Diane, and you'll be able to share, follow, and like all of the beautiful artwork that Diane's done. She shared some of it with me. I'm actually publishing a book. We'll have to talk after, and
Okay.
including artwork from people with Parkinson's around the world.
Okay. Nice.
That's coming soon, but I love it. I mean, I know a lot of individuals never did art before they had Parkinson's, and then look at
Yeah.
I would hang this up in my office, actually. Can put it
Yeah.
on the
That's
wall.
one of my favorite ones.
What do you, what inspires you to do, do artwork and paint?
Well, my youngest is very artistic and was taking an art class in high school, and I thought, why don't I? Because I was pretty good at art too when I was young, and so I thought I'm just gonna start again. I mean, I can't paint like really great landscapes and stuff, but that has to have a lot of detail. But because my hand shakes, so it's like, ooh, a nice wavy line. So I just sort of incorporated that into my paintings.
You should see my stick figures. Those are the, you probably wouldn't sell, though you never know. Today you could, art is different, for everyone. But my
Yeah,
brother, actually it's odd, but Sharon's other son, who's kind of behind the scenes, he doesn't do much with advocacy, unfortunately, but he's
yeah,
an artist, and I always ask him to paint some art for my mother.
yeah.
Just hasn't gotten around to it, but I think it's a beautiful way to, outlet your emotions, and
Oh yeah.
I love.
That and you can almost forget you have Parkinson's when you're painting. So
I love it. I want the heart one. I'll have to go back after and try and talk. So, but please, everyone, again, support Diane by going to Facebook and then Bramble and then Diane and I. You can see it takes 3 seconds. You click follow and you're all set. Another beautiful area that you might recognize this young lady.
that
I,
was years ago.
and I was able to like it as we're on. But please go to the Accidental Superhero now. Can you tell us a little bit about this website and
Yeah,
blog?
well, it has a lot of stuff on it, so I gotta kind of focus on that. But it's main thing was the two books that I wrote, and that's the first one, the purple one there, is Gene's The Story of an Accidental Superhero.
Hmm.
I love superheroes, and I think a lot of people do, and everybody wants to be one. So I had an idea in my head, and I thought, what about a woman with Parkinson's who gets gene therapy and develops abilities? And
Mhm.
it's sort of loosely based on me, but I don't have superpowers so yet. So
I think you do, just don't. Obviously, I mean, all the work you do to me is your hero. Because there are, I do this show and we don't ask for anything in return except that people are aware that you're fighting out there and we want to care for you and everyone listening and their families. But it takes a hero like Michael J. Fox, like you,
he's amazing.
so many people because, and again, there's nothing wrong with living a private life, but I
Yeah,
think it's a hero when you don't and you fight back. And I mean, if you take me, I always kind of people wonder, why are you doing this? Obviously, I can't bring my mother back, but most people may close the door. I broke the door open and continue
yeah,
to fight because until you don't have to battle this, I'm not going to stop, even though some days it feels like a truck drove over me and
I bet.
that this is what, we're all here for a reason and
Yeah,
want to make sure that all the journeys that I've ever met and people that I've become such close friends with are not forgotten. So we keep
right.
fighting. And what was the other book? Is it
The other book is I
oh,
think
that's the
you saw,
Davis.
and that's a one you probably seen before. There's a Canadian version too. But the second book is called Gene's The Continuing Adventures of the Accidental Superhero. I was having trouble coming up with a name for it, so that was the other one.
Yeah.
It's a green one. The cover is green, but it might be on there somewhere. But
Let me see.
um,
But yeah, and where can this be purchased? Through you or through Amazon?
it can be purchased through Kindle or Amazon.
And maybe you can share the link after and we'll add
Yeah,
that to the show notes too.
sure.
For everybody, again, listening, please contact Diane through Facebook or her email. She'll be happy to share that information too.
Mhm. Yep.
Now I wanted to kind of shift to another area of the show, which I enjoy, and I hope everyone listening does. Like I always say, if you are watching at home, please share this for awareness and hope for a cure. But if you have questions or guests you'd love to see or questions specifically you want me to ask, please also email those to TogetherForSharon@gmail.com. So to kick this off, can you list 3 words that describe who you are?
Oh, boy. Um,
Actually, the number one response, I guess.
a lot of people call me determined. So, I am determined.
Or
Um,
honest.
I'm, I like to think I'm kind and I'm an advocate. So
Yeah,
those
that
are
one.
my three.
What is, and now it might be the new one that was just announced with this gentleman or gentle lady.
Mhm.
But what is one moment or most memorable moment that stands out through most of your work with awareness that you can share?
Um, I think every time, like, I have people have referred to me a lot from doctor's offices and places like that who've just been diagnosed. So I meet with a lot of people who have just been diagnosed and they don't know what to do or where to go or who to talk to. And I always feel really good about that afterwards because they're mostly like, oh, okay, I'm not alone. I think everybody who's diagnosed with it at first thinks I'm the only one and nobody understands me. And if you can talk to somebody who has it and who's had it for a while, then you get, oh, okay, that's part of it. I'm not alone. I can always talk to this person if I need to. Um, I give them advice on support groups or exercise places they can go to. And I find that really satisfying.
I appreciate it. And then this is an important area, the next question. Obviously, in a way, you're the spokesperson because you know a lot of the art is yours and the writing, the books, but wonder who helps you during times of struggle because I like to take a moment to thank those people in your life and family for all that they do and supporting you because, you know, again, I feel we're a family in this.
Yeah, well, my husband is really great and his family and my family, but like, oh yeah, my sister, she's amazing, and my sister-in-law is amazing. She lives here around me, so my sister lives back down in Kitchener, but they're both extremely helpful. And like if I'm having a bad day, or sometimes you get really emotional and you think about bad things, and they're really good for bringing me back.
So we send our love and support to them too and thank them for all that they do for you
Mhm.
too, because it means a lot to us. Uh,
Yep.
Likely someone listening, and you kind of touch on it, but might have just been diagnosed with Parkinson's. What advice could you provide to them?
Exercise. Yeah, exercise is the main thing that's kept me going. And don't hide. Reach out. There's lots of Parkinson's organizations around the world. So reach out to them, and they can help you with finding places to exercise, therapists, um, doctors, because sometimes it's hard to find a neurologist, right? Or even a movement specialist, especially if you live out in the country or something. And it's a journey to get into the city to see these people. Sometimes it's a 9-month or 10-month wait, depending on where you live. Um, but get out there and do stuff and enjoy your life.
Yeah, that was a tough one that you just mentioned, the point that some don't even have movement specialists, doctors in their area. I
Hmm.
read one young lady, and I think she was in Norway, and there was about a 3 or 4 hour drive just to see a
Yeah,
doctor. So
and
it,
that's hard.
I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
who is your hero and inspiration?
Oh, Michael J. Fox is mine. 'Cause he's just he's amazing. Yeah, he's coming, he's near the end of his journey, I think, but he's still going.
Yeah, he's one of my heroes, and I had the honor to meet him, but because
Right.
like he could have led a private life, like we mentioned
Yeah.
earlier, but he decided to, you know, fight back for so many. And
Hmm.
I didn't even know about the event they had, the comedy one the other night. We might go next time, but
Nice.
that was a beautiful event to raise awareness for Parkinson's
Mm.
and research.
Yeah,
What drives and motivates you? Because obviously you said some days can be tough, but there's something
yeah,
inside all of us that, like me, pushes you, even though you want to give up on advocating or that day it's tough,
yeah.
you just keep fighting.
Yeah, well, I just part of who I am. I think my whole family's kind of like that. We don't give up. We don't, not that people give up, but it's just, I feel like I need to do this. Like it's just a part of my DNA, I think.
And have you also worked with other organizations besides the World Parkinson's Congress over the years?
Yeah,
Or
I'm a member of the PD Avengers. I am a member of a group here in Canada called Canadian Open Parkinson's Network. It's an organization that kind of takes all the studies that have been done and puts them together for people to use. And you get put on a database for being available for studies and stuff so that it's easy for researchers to find people to be in their studies. Yeah, so that I think that's the only two.
oh, that's a lot. We were lucky to have them on the show too, so we'll have to keep
Yeah,
on everybody to see that show. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's definitely an incredible interview with the Canadian Open Parkinson's Network, who does
yeah,
specialize mainly in research.
yeah.
Here's a fun one. I think I could be wrong if everyone listens, but if you were asked to write a script to a movie about your life story, what would you call it, and what actress would play you?
Oh, well, it would have to be the superhero, right? The accidental superhero. Who would I want to play me? Gal Gadot. She's
Wonder-
about 3 feet taller than me, but
That's what the movies they can do, razzle and dazzle
exactly.
and change things.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, just want to make sure, is there any other areas you kind of want to touch on or something you wanted to share with the audience that we might not have touched on?
Um, I think they mainly just share with your family how things are going. Don't pretend things are happening and they're not happening. Like, because they're there to help you and they want to help you. And just don't hide. Because I think that's the worst thing you can do with this disease is hide. If you're open and share, then I think it makes things a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's very important, especially for caregivers, so they have some
Mhm.
understanding. I remember my mother again didn't really want to leave the house because she kind of felt bad and didn't want people to see her.
Yeah.
You know, and it was tough. I was lucky though, because my wife was incredible and she brought in like pedicure and manicure
Oh,
and
nice.
I love your nails because purple,
Yeah.
purple was my mother's favorite color and
Yeah, that's my favorite color too.
that's what actually the color of the Together for Sharon is because of my mother.
Nice.
You love
Yeah.
purple, but those are the kind of things that even if it's a small minute or a moment that really remembers, that changes the person forever and really
Yeah.
but indent. But I think again, what you're doing is incredible, and I hope to continue to be on your journey. And you know that we're always here fighting right by your side. And I'm so grateful for your time. Before
Thank
we wrap up, can you leave the Parkinson's community today with some words of encouragement?
Yeah, just don't give up because I'm convinced that we'll find a cure or at least better treatments and medications and stuff. But I have a gut feeling that we're gonna kick this thing.
I agree, and you can even see. Unfortunately, it's been about 5, 6 years since my mother passed, but even the research we've been making, like biomarkers and things, haven't
Yeah.
weren't there. I always remember reading when she was not doing well about a special pill that will take 3 days to cure it, but didn't come.
Mhm.
We were
Yeah.
kind of hoping and hoping, but
Yeah.
no, and someday I do hear a lot of advances, like they want to take the evasive needle that you can put in the spine, and they want to put that into little regular blood tests and have them across the country.
Yeah.
And so that's more just to diagnose someone quicker, which can
Yeah.
change someone's life, as you know, because you can
Oh,
help.
definitely.
I mean, you should be exercising. I think caregivers or people
Mhm.
anyway. We just took a walk before we met, and I used to love running. I can't anymore, but even just a little walk for 20 minutes helps.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I really
Helps me clear
appreciate
your
it.
head and
think the next time we have a show together, we'll have to do some exercises. And
Sure, I'm ready.
I really appreciate your time today. I do have a little message for you and everyone listening. We love you, we support you, we care a lot about you, and you're never alone. I, along with Diane, will advocate for you, and I feel together our voices are so much stronger. Now we say I'm just getting started because, like I said, and we all have some tough days, tougher days, and some good days, but no matter what, you have to, kind of shake it off in a way, not literally, but
Yeah, yeah.
keep fighting, keep.
That should be our theme song, right? Shake it off.
And then, just never give up because I think we are making progress and I do
Yeah,
feel together we reach so many more people and that's the key. If we could
yeah,
just reach the world and have everybody join together, I really
yeah.
think we'll be closer to a cure. And it's a lot of the work that you're doing is really leading the way. So I'm so grateful again for your time and your friendship today.
Well, no problem. Thank you. It's been fun.
Thank you, and that's all we want here. And for listening, same thing. If we could just make you smile or reach one person out there, whether in Canada, the US, or globally, with
Yeah,
those alone, we've now changed their life, I hope, forever. And
hope
please
so.
reach out either to me or Diane anytime. The show notes will show how to reach her. And again, just keep smiling, keep pushing, and never stop fighting because till the cure is at everyone's doorsteps worldwide, I won't stop. So thank
Right.
you again. This has
Thank you.
been another episode of Q&A with Sharon's son, George. Please stay tuned. We have so much more to come, and until there is a cure, I won't be taking a break anytime soon. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Diane. Love you.
Thank you.